North Temple of Veeshan is a candy land of loot, and today we're going to do Lord Koidoken on the west side of North Temple of Veeshan. I'm Dave of Daveland, and I am 72 boxing EverQuest at level 60 with no AAs on EQ Emulator on a local install on my computer. And we're at Koidoken, and I have my characters over here. We're going to look up Koidoken's stats in a moment, but first we're going to just kind of talk about how this fight is going to go. So Koidoken is in a pit of water, fish dragon, and he's down here. And I believe he's going to aggro me if I get anywhere close to him. I'm just in GM mode right now. I don't think you need to jump in there, but I think on live, if you do, I think in live, you can't get aggroed unless you're in the water. So what you would do is cast like Divine Aura or Harm Shield and just jump in there and get his attention and jump right back out. I think he will aggro me without that, but I do have a few characters who can jump in there. He does have a stun AoE, which I'll show in a moment, but because of that, we're going to hide the clerics in the complete heal chain back here, where they're not going to get hit by the stun. Otherwise, you're just not going to get heals, and you're going to die. A lot of the times I wipe to this guy, because of that, I still get hit by it, or I get out of range of the heals, or whatever. So, once again, this is my group. I got 3 tank groups, 4 caster groups, and 5 melee groups, all level 60. And let's bring up Koidoken's stats and take a look at him. By the way, if you like this kind of content and you want to see more, please smash that thumbs up button and hit subscribe. I totally appreciate it. Here we go. Alright, here's the fish dragon, Lord Koidoken in North Temple of Veeshan. He is a really high hit point dragon for the dragons in this zone. He is probably the highest hit point dragon that there is in North Temple of Veeshan outside of Vulak. He hits for 690. He attack delay is 1 second. He has attacks twice per round. He is slowable, which is good because the 690 will start to hurt. His resists are fairly decent. They're not like hugely high, but they're high enough. And we're not going to need lures, but we might see some resists before our debuffs get on him. Spells cast would be that stun AoE, the Tsunami. It does 400 damage and has a 2-second stun. Has a cold resist check -100, so it'll be a little harder to resist than if it didn't have that resist check, honestly. But yeah, without further ado, I think we're just going to kill Lord Koidoken and kind of work our way through. I am not doing a Viam video because you really can't 72 box Lord Viam. I might show a video and show you how stupid it is. His knockback just it's silly, and I'm not going to do it. Same with Nevidary, I might not do her either, but I'm rambling now, and I don't want to ramble, so let's run right in. So let's get our trusty Arthur up, who doesn't have J-Boots. So let's click off a buff. Let's see, what do I not need? I don't need Shroud of Death, and I can use my J-Boots. He's going to memorize that now. Where are my J-Boots? There they are. And does he have... Oh, he doesn't have Harm Shield, man. Let's see something. Let's see if I can just aggro. Let us quickly get the complete heal chain set up before we do anything stupid. So I set the timing to 5 seconds. And so Arthur, let's see, do I need to jump in the water? Let's see, do I need to jump in the water? Pretty sure I don't on the emulator. I know on live you do. Oh, you don't have to. Okay. Oh, no, and I fell in anyway. I fell in anyway. So Arthur's gonna die. Sorry, Arthur. That's funny. That's so funny. Alright. So we'll do this fight without Arthur. I'll just summon him back real quick. He can do this without buffs. That's so funny. Let's switch to Buddy. Buddy will have I know Buddy has a discipline. He has Void Dance, and he has J-Boots. It looks like he's missing some buffs. A lot of buffs. That's weird. Make sure he has enough hit points for this. Yeah, I think he'll be okay. He's missing focus. We're going to use Void Dance. We're going to run down there, and we're not going to fall in the water like Arthur. We're going to run up here and not fall in the water. Wow, what happened? Oh, the AoE can still hit him. It's Void Dance, not invulnerability. So we're going to come in here. We're going to BCAA / pet back off. Get the pets back. There we go. Furious up. Berate. Get him in position. And then get him off that ramp. Just going to summon him, move him a little bit. Get the complete heal chain going. And debuff him. And make sure we're getting complete healed. It looks like I'm not. There we go. Now I am. Okay. And we'll dot him. Switch to fast fire nukes if we want to cast quickly. Just because of the stun. He is slowed now, so it should be a lot easier. I'm putting defensive up, which I should have done a moment ago, and I didn't. I got disease slow on him. That's good. Something. We're going to engage, and this is going to be a slightly slower fight just because he has a ton of health. And he's going to interrupt the casters periodically with his hand. But fairly straightforward fight. I'm going to see if I can move the camera. Now, like I said, I have him on this ramp here, and I have the clerics behind him just to make sure I'm in range. I am in range. And not much to worry about. He doesn't dispel, he doesn't knock back, he's hard because he has enough DPS that he deals with, and with the stun breath. And really, if the clerics get hit by it, if he mispositions or he goes after someone else, it can end the fight really quick. Also, if Dave dies, he will run around and kill a lot of people. I've had problems where Dave goes down and I just can't get it back. I just can't pull it together. And it's because he has so many hit points, you can't just necessarily burn him down while you're kind of mid-wipe. It looks like we're doing okay. This is one of those fights I recommend having slightly better gear for, just because the fight's a little longer than a typical North Temple of Veeshan dragon, and he's a little harder when he's not slowed, so if you don't get that slow off initially, then I'm just going to back everyone off because Fernando's stealing aggro, so I'm going to have Dave just get some aggro again. I'm doing experiments where I stop fighting mid-fight to get aggro again because I can't kill Vulak. Every time I try him, and I'm going to make a Vulak video and probably wipe to him. In the Vulak fight, he slows everyone, and then I lose aggro, and then everyone dies. Well, Dave doesn't hold aggro, and then everyone starts getting killed by him, and then I just have no DPS, and then he has like 900,000 hit points, and everyone's slowed, and everyone's out of mana. But yeah. So back to Koidoken, Fish Dragon. He drops some good stuff. He has the Net of the Deep Sea, which is probably the best backslot item for melee and tanks. It's very high armor class. You can also use it as a shield if you don't have a better shield, but personally I think it's a better cloak just because it's such high armor class. He also has a weapon and a few other stuff. Let's see what he drops. It is kind of a, like I said, a long fight. Let's see how mana's doing. I'm not gonna type it. I'm actually gonna click my mana button. I have my mana button right here. See, everyone's pretty much out of. Well, the casters still have plenty of mana, so we're just gonna keep going. I use my quick burns, and now I'm gonna use my long and full burns. I always forget which one is the second burn. I only have one of them set up with long and full, so I just hit them both because I haven't checked my macros in a while. I think some characters are using long burns, so I'm using full burns, which is a mistake on my part. I just haven't gone back and fixed it. Looks like a lot of the spells have worn off on him. They're not being reapplied, probably due to mana issues. Looks like everyone's okay on health. I can switch groups and look around, but I don't know how to report health. I know how to report mana. I know if you do like /mana, I don't think /HP does anything. No, it doesn't. I just tested it in real time. He's getting pushed into the wall. I'm just going to get him out of the floor. He's going to have line of sight issues. Yeah, there we go. That's better. There's that stun AoE. Just getting spun around. Yeah, if you like seeing this kind of content, I'd like to know what else you'd like to see. And I've been saying this in the past few videos. Do you want to see 6-box content on live? Would that be interesting? I have 6 characters on TLP, and one of the TLPs, it's an older TLP where boxing is allowed. I don't use MacroQuest, I use IS Boxer, and that might interest some people who are curious how to do, just a group. I have 6 lifetime accounts on live, so they're all subscribed basically, so that I can equip prestige here, and I have AAs and all that stuff. But yeah, if there's any content you'd like to see on live, I'm not at a point where I can do 6-man raids yet, but I probably can eventually. I've seen a lot of cool YouTubers from years ago that are doing group content. I was going to try doing some of these fights at like level 70. I don't think you can do them at 65 with 6 characters, but you can probably do them at 70. And just kind of go from there. Otherwise, Lord Koidoken is dead. In a second, dead. Koidoken's dead. So I'm just going to pause real fast and reset the macros, and I'll be right back. All right, this is what he dropped. He dropped Siren Song, he dropped Net of the Deep Sea, and he dropped Over the Deep Sea. Siren Song is a fairly good bard weapon. It has this cool little proc that increases armor class, strength, agility, and attack speed of your group for like 2.5 minutes. This is a really good item. It's like almost like a song. A song while swinging. I would suspect that with the bard epic, this is like your other weapon. This would be the other thing to use. So I don't think I have this on everyone. So 2 fine slot, main hand, only bard. That's what we got. We have just random stuff. What's this one? This is similar, but it has a cast time. So I'm not going to give it to him. I'm going to give it to. Let's see who has. We want to give it to a melee group bard. But we don't want to just give it to any old bard. Let's see if Jake 2's in a melee group. He is. Let's go to Jake 2. Jake 2. Good item. 31315. Go over to Jake 2 in my middle stack. And I have 3 Jakes. There's a lot of Jakes. I know a lot of Jakes. We're gonna destroy that. And so coming over to the Net of the Deep Sea is probably one of the best capes in the game for tanky characters. So let's see. I think everyone has. Oh, I see a banded cloak on Meg. Gross. Gross. So we're gonna give item to Meg. We're gonna do 31309. Switch to Meg. That's. Oh, she already has it. Why is she not equipped with it? It's in her inventory. I guess I forgot to equip it. What's this? Oh, okay. All right, let's get to someone else. Everyone else seems to have a decent cloak. So how about we do fine swap back? Let's give it to who else can use this? Melee. Let's go to a melee character. So I have a lot of melee. I'm gonna give it to a random melee. This was like terrible Cloak of the Fire, so that's good gear. A Cloak of Piety. Yeah, we can do better than that. Give it to Dan. Give it to Dan. Dan's our road. If you while I'm doing the loot, I'll just reiterate. If you want to see more content like this, please smash that thumbs up button and subscribe. We've been getting so many subscribers lately. It's been freaking awesome. Thanks, guys. The range slot item is like the best armor class item in the game, I think, for a range slot for Velious. I have a serrated dragon tooth on everyone, which is this guy. Just because it has resist, I'm going to keep it. So I'm going to let the Orb of the Deep Sea rot. And that's quite okay. And as far as what I'm going to record in this zone left, I have Miranilla, I have Droliag. The triplets I'm going to do is one fight, and then I have Vulak. I don't know what order I'm going to post it all in. Probably in that order, but we'll see. So until next time, keep commenting. Let me know what you want to see, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Have a good one.